wondered how to make sound regions in Roblox Studio, or if you step over a part, it'll play a certain sound depending on which part you're standing over. Here's how you do it. First, you're gonna want to make your regions, so you can do as many as you want. I'm just gonna do like 4 for this example. So here's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and there's 4. So if you want to, you can change the color of these and the transparency just so it looks better, but in your game you might want it to be invisible. Now that you have your different regions, you can copy all this and then press Control, Alt, and G to make it into a folder, or just add a folder and put it into there. And you can name this Sound Regions. I don't know if I'm spelling regions right. I hope I am. So next what you're gonna want to do is you want to name all of your different regions. So you can name this whatever you want, but they have to be different names. So I'm just gonna call this red, this one blue, this one yellow, and this one green. Now that you have your regions here, you want to go to Start a Character Scripts and add a local script. And you can call this whatever you want, but I'm gonna call it Sound Script. And then in Sound Script, you're gonna want to add like however many sounds you have for each part. So here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. And here's 4. Now that you have all your sounds in it, you're gonna want to name it the same name as your region. And then now that you've done that, make sure everything is looped. And you can change the volume if you want, but that's up to you. Personal preference. So now the first thing we're gonna want to do is get the character. So local character is equal to game.players.localplayer.character. Next, you're gonna want to add a variable for the root part. You go character wait for child humanoid root part, and then we're gonna want to get the regions, this folder. So we'll do local regions is equal to workspace.sound regions, and then we're going to want to get a direction for our raycast, and that's going to be a vector 3 value. And then we're going to want to do 0, -1, 0, and then you can time this by whatever you want. I'm going to do like 5,000. If you're high above the sound region, you might want to make this number higher, but that's how many studs that you can be far from above the sound region. And then we're gonna want to make some parameters. Local params is equal to raycast params.new params. I did mams. Okay. Params dot filter instances is equal to regions get children, and we're gonna want to get the params dot filter filter type, and that's gonna be enum dot raycast filter type dot whitelist. And so what a whitelist is so all the instances for the raycast, it's only gonna like detect the things that are the instances. In blacklist, it'll not detect those. And then we're gonna make a while loop. So while waits 0.5, but it doesn't really matter. Just don't do it super low because you don't need it like that. And then we're gonna do local region test is equal to workspace : raycast. So this will raycast. This will make a raycast to see if you're standing above any of the regions. So the origin is where the raycast starts. So root part dot position. And then the direction. This will be the direction right here, where it's gonna be going towards. And then the parameters. So params. This is all this stuff. And then after that, so if region test, so that's if it hits something, then well, we're gonna want to do a for loop to turn every sound off that's already playing, just so it can change it. So for IV in pairs. Oh, okay. Script get children. So everything that is beneath the script, that's inside the script. And then if v is a sound, then if v dot name is not equal to region test dot instance dot name, then we'll stop the sound. So what this does is it'll go through every single one of these, all the children inside of the script, and then if it's a sound, in case you have anything else in the script, I don't know what you would have in there, then if the name of the sound is not the same as the sound that's playing, or if the name of the sound is not the same as the sound that they're above, it'll stop it. Because if it stops everything even while it's playing, then that just sounds really bad. So then next we're gonna want to see if the sound is playing already. So if script and then region test dot instance dot name. So this is gonna be the script, and then this name is gonna search for that in here, which will be the same. That's why it need to be the same name. And then dot playing is equal to true. Then, so if the sound is playing, or if the sound isn't playing, sorry, then it'll play the sound play. So if the sound isn't already playing, then it'll play the sound, and then we're gonna want to do an else. So if there isn't, this is optional, but so if you're not standing over a region, it'll just stop all the sounds. You don't have to do this. It'll just play the last sound you were over. But so if it didn't detect anything, then it'll stop all the sounds. So for I, v in pairs, script get children, do if v is a sound, then v stop. So this just stops all the sounds if it doesn't like detect anything. But you don't have to make this if you don't want to. You can just delete all this if you don't want this. So I'm gonna put a platform above here, that way I can kind of show you that it doesn't detect this platform, and that you can see a little bit better. Let me anchor this. Yeah, okay. So if I press play here, I'm gonna open the output just in case. So when I press play here, this will start playing. And then if I step off of it, it'll stop. The lower you have for this number, the like the more of a delay it is, like that. If you step off, you step onto this one, and there you go. That's how you make working sound regions in Roblox Studio.